In the name of Almighty Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. As Muhammad, peace be upon him, narrated, if anyone travels in search of knowledge, Almighty Allah will cause him to travel one of the roads of paradise. Hello everyone, this is Dr. Tariq Masood. Thank you very much for watching my videos and your wonderful support to make this channel a grand success. We are a family, a partner. Please share and subscribe our channel if you haven't done so far. We as a team can work together to convert our challenges into opportunities and opportunities into success stories. These success stories can be monetized into value addition in the world by large. Thank you very much for your precious time. Okay, today I'm going to discuss my lecture number 24 on Center of Excellence and SIL Study Guidelines, section number 7. Before my lecture, I used to read a Quranic verse. قال ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي اللهم رب زدني علما. Okay. Center of Excellence, lecture number 24, SIL Study Guidelines, section number 8. Okay. Purpose of Center of Excellence, where we are now, where we want to be, how to do it, and what to do it. Okay. We are still working safety integrity level assessment, study, guidelines, and after completion, we are going to discuss risk assessment management system on my next section. Okay, key takeaway points from lecture number 24, SIL study guideline, section number 8. First over here, if we can see here, the first is LOPA analysis step. This is my LOPA analysis step here. And then the SIL PhD and RRF relationship. Recording, reporting, and follow-up will be the last topic. Okay. So this is the forward message already discussed in my earlier lectures. Okay, LOPA analysis steps. First here, we can see here the establish consequences screening criteria here, develop the account scenario. First scenario here, identify initiating events, identify IPLs, estimate a risk here, evaluation a risk. So risk acceptance against the criteria provided. If it's yes, then a more scenario here, and next it will go back at further process. If yes, then it will go back here. If not, then it will complete here. Okay, so then the next is consequences, other IPLs or options to reduce the risk criteria. Then it will go back to over here and other. Okay, identify and list all safety instrumented function SAF for the unit for each SAF identified. Define the worst consequence if the SAF failed to operate when demand occurs. Hazard report may also be referred to identify the consequences, categorize the consequences, severity, and tolerable frequency for the SAF. The tolerable frequencies we have already discussed in earlier tolerable risk criteria for LOPA study. List all the causes for the initiating events. For each cause, identify the likelihood initiating the event frequency. For each initiating cause, identify all available layers of protections and assign a failure probability for each layer. For each cause, calculate the mitigate event frequency considering. So in addition to that, analysis shall be repeated for each initiating cause and calculate mitigated event frequency for all causes. Calculate the total event frequencies due to all causes by summation of all events frequencies. Compare the target tolerable frequencies with the total event frequency, the total event mitigated event frequencies as well. Assign the required SIL based on the additional risk reductions required. Document the results of each analysis in the SIL selection and analysis worksheet. Include any notes and recommendation in the worksheets. A typical LOPA worksheets given in the Appendix 7, which I'm going to discuss in my next lecture. So now we are further over here. We are going to discuss next is what is the relationship with SIL, PFD, RRF. Okay, SIL, PFD, RRF relationship. Okay, first column here. Demonstrate here the safety integrity level, SIL, level 1, 2, 3, 4. Then probability of failure, on demand, PFD, and risk reduction factors, RRF. Okay. So this is level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4. Okay. While determining SIL for the SEF, corresponding SIL for REF calculated or using LOPA sheet should be expressed along with RRF. For example, if the RF determined is a 70, over here, within 17, the selected SIL should be expressed as level 1. Okay, SIL will be level 1. Okay, for RRF 70. This is to facilitate the functional safety consultant to verify whether the SEF meets the required integrity during design SEL verifications. Okay, note. For new system, if the target REF is more than 50% of the SIL band, then the next higher SIL level shall be adopted. This is to consider the decrease in reliability, that is PFD, with the aging of the SEF. Okay, recording. The finding of the application of the methodology presented, as we have discussed, shall be recorded during the session by the scribe with the computer spreadsheet or dedicated SL software. The scribe records the results of this identification activity in the table type file using a computer and video projector. Use of the video projectors shall allow the team to visualize the record. SIL study worksheets given with Appendix 1, which I'm going to discuss on my next lecture, shall be followed for calibrate risk graph methods, while LOPA methodology shall follow the format given for the Appendix 8. Upon completion of the study, the chairman shall produce a report which discusses the finding of the study and detail on the critical findings. Next is the reporting and follow-up. Okay, reporting and follow. The subsequent to SIL study, SIL chairman shall issue the SIL classification study report and shall document the following, as we are going to discuss. Next slide, a minimum contents as Appendix 3 or full of the list of the table content of the report should be demonstrated as we on my next slide. Okay, first is a scope of study, study methodology, and the study team. The SEFs reviewed and the reference used, summarize and present the SIL study proceeding. All the recommendations and actions are raised with a proper reference for closeout action to be carried out. Next is identify a list of those responsible for reporting response to be the actions and recommendations. And last, schedule, monitor, and record the executions of necessary closeout actions point. Okay. The recommendation action query items shall be recorded and corresponding SIL action sheet, as we are going to discuss Appendix 2, shall be generated for subsequent follow-up by the project. The project engineer shall have the responsibility to ensure appropriate project follow-up of the actions recommendation generated during the study as implemented in Appendix 2 in my next lectures. A formal SIL closeout report will verify a SIL verification study shall be submitted to relevant department for further approval. Okay, on my next slide we are going to discuss SIL verification method. SIL verification shall be performed by the relevant accompanying department approved a third-party consultant led by the certified functional safety expert and shall follow IEC guidelines, as we are going to discuss on my next slide. Okay, the SIL verification method. A SIL verification shall be performed by a company-approved third-party consultant, led by certified functional, a safety expert, and shall follow IEC guidelines. A SEF consists of three parts and can be distinguished as identified in IEC 61508. A quantitative SIL verification analysis for protective function identified as per the hazards scenarios discussed during the SIL study shall be carried out for all the SEF greater than or equal to 1 during the implementation phase. The calculation shall be carried out as per the guidelines set forth in the International Standard IEC 61508 and 61511. SIL verification should be carried out based on the different accepts. Okay, furthermore, the proof test interval for the subsystems of SES shall be agreed by a company during the beginning of the project or during SIL assessment process. Considerations may be given to final elements with the facility for a partial stroke test. Agreed spurious tape failure and dangerous failure rates for each SEF. Number 3, data sheets and third-party certificates for failure rates of the subsystem of SES submitted by the vendor. In case generic failure, rates for the specific components of SES need to be used for design cell verifications prior approval from the company as required. If parts of the proposed SEF involves use of already existing SES, then failure rates of such existing subsystem are still credited using the time in use factor are to be considered for SIL verification. The data and approval should be obtained from the company as required. Okay, SIL verification report. The SIL verification report provide the following output: number PFD of the proposed SEF, achieved SIL and RRF of SEF, spurious failure rates expressed in terms of years. The SIL verification shall be performed under the guideline of functional safety consultant with a CFCS certification training in LOPA analysis. Okay, if the SIL target cannot be met during the SIL verification, the following should be addressed and documented by the team performed SIL verification. Number 1, provision of additional devices, replacement of the existing device, especially initiator and or the final element. Review of the test intervals of the specific SEFs. However, any changes to test intervals shall be reviewed and approved by the department. Revisiting a SIL assessment if there is any additional layers of the protecting introducing after earlier SIL assessment and is subject to review and approval for the department side. Okay, safety requirement specifications SRS. The safety requirement specification shall be developed for all safety functions with SIL for all identified SEFs compliance with IEC 61511. The document shall be the basis of design of the safety instrumented system and shall be used for validation of SES during the factor testing and integrations. The SRS shall include the detailed list of the IEC 61511 that shall be sufficient to design the SES. RES shall be prepared by the department approved a third-party consultant led by the certified functional safety expert and shall follow the IEC guidelines. Okay, next is a SIL validation. Okay, SIL validations. SIL validation shall be performed during APAC stage, EPIC stage, commissioning for all SEFs and SIL equal to or greater than 1 after the SEFs installed and before introducing the hazardous fluid chemical in the equipment. SIL validation study shall ensure that the target SIL is physically achieved by the field verification for all SEF 100% verifications. SIL validation shall be performed by a company approved a third party consultant led by certified function safety expert and shall follow IEC guideline IEC 61511 clause 15. Okay. Okay. As a minimum validation activities shall ensure a following SES test or inspection, including number one, physical inspection of SES components, check SES against and genuine documents SRS, review and verify SES document safety manual verification of proof test period on maintenance procedures, verify response timing requirements for SEFs, check the performance of SES sensor logic solver final element etc under a normal and abnormal operating modes, startup and shutdown conditions. Check the performance of bypass manual shutdown functions, validate all functional and safety integrity requirements, confirm interface to other system are working, adverse interactions of BPCS if any communication with BPCS were required. Check the annotations and operate display diagnostic alarm function of SES. Check the performance of SES out of range, power of failure considerations. Verify the startup, safety review, PSSR documents, review and validate operating and maintenance procedures. Okay, so the over here, in case of the safety application software, the installations will be verified against software SES following validating a minimum in case of application of the software. Number one, quality system certificate software system supplier validate for each mode of process operating before a mechanical completions comments. Check the response of the software program under SE fault condition, degraded modes of the operations, etc. Okay, conclusion. Today we have discussed LOPA analysis steps, SIL PFD RRF relationship, recording, reporting and follow-up, SIL validation method and safety requirement specifications, and SIL validation list. Next topic, we are going to discuss appendices, the SIL study worksheets, SIL action sheets, SIL study report, SIL study preparation items, process understanding graph, demand rate, and corporate risk matrix. Okay, so these are few references here: the Qatar Petroleum Oil and Gas Development Corporations, World Energy, US Geological Survey, US Department of Energy, Schellenberger International Energy, Wikipedia, Oklahoma State Oil, Norsex, the story of oil in Pennsylvania, Air Liquid Gas Encyclopedia, natural gas from the wellhead. Thank you very much for your time. Please do not hesitate to send me feedback, comments, t.masood.dr@bath.edu. Thank you very much and stay blessed.